and I have quite a few products that I dislike. I really like watching these videos just because it kind of gives me an idea of products that I may not want to go out and buy. I know everyone's different, but it's always good to see what products people aren't liking for whatever reason it is, to just kind of take into consideration. I normally go through my makeup and my skincare and hair care every now and again and just get rid of any products that I haven't used in a while or that I just dislike. So I may not have as much as I would have had a couple of months ago, but that's okay. I only have one skincare and one hair care product to show you guys because I must have gotten rid of anything else that I didn't like or used it up or whatever. So I might get started on that just to kind of get it out of the way. The first product is the John Frieda Brilliant Brunette Satin Shine Finishing Cream. I actually purchased this back when I was brunette the last time, and it's just basically supposed to illuminate your natural colour-treated or highlighted brunette hair, and then also, as it says, sort of silken and separate your hair. I don't really find that this does anything major. I don't find that it really makes my hair any shinier, look any healthier. It does make it a tad bit smoother, but not really overly that great. I do still find that it kind of gives a little bit of frizz if you have frizzy hair. I don't really have frizzy hair that much, but it doesn't smooth it down completely, and it's just not the most amazing product. I wouldn't repurchase it again, so yeah, not a huge fan of this. And then for skincare, the product that I dislike is bio oil, and bio oil is basically just an oil that's supposed to help with, let's say, scars, stretch marks, uneven skin tone, aging skin and dehydrated skin. I bought this for my hyperpigmentation and like dark spots on my skin from acne, past acne, and it just really didn't do much. It didn't really fade them, didn't really help to kind of, I don't know, do anything to my skin that was anything more than what I was already doing. And I can't really use oils that much, I find, for a long period of time. If I was using them twice a day or once a day for a month or so, I start to break out from them because of the excess oil, I guess. But yeah, not a humongous fan of bio oil. Didn't really find that it did anything. I've used other oils that have done better than what this has done. So yeah, I just think this is kind of a bit over the hype. I'm not sure about it for stretch marks. It may be perfect for that, but for sort of facial things, I don't really like it very much. Unless you have really dry skin, then maybe I would try this out. But yeah, not really a humongous fan of it for helping to fade acne, scarring or anything like that. So that's that product. Now moving on to makeup for face. The first product that I dislike is the Revlon Photoready Primer, and I'm really sorry that it's dirty. It's basically just a perfecting primer. Main reason that I don't like this, I don't really find that it keeps my makeup on any longer, but then again, I set my makeup with powder. I don't really have oily skin, so I don't necessarily have a problem with primers in general. Reason I don't like this is just because of the consistency of it. It's quite a, I don't know what to call it, like a silicone-y feeling, is that what it is? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it just makes my skin quite dry. It does smooth my skin out, but it makes it dry, and it just doesn't make my foundation go on any smoother or any dewier or anything like that. It just pretty much makes my skin look dry, it makes it look dull, it makes it look not healthy, so not a humongous fan of this. And I definitely wouldn't purchase this again. I don't like using this even to like use it up because it just generally makes my skin look like crap. So yeah. Nude by Nature Mineral Powder. Now this is the actual mineral finishing powder, which is not too bad. It's just a translucent powder. But the mineral powder, which I don't actually have, is the one that I dislike. It just makes my skin dry. It doesn't give it really any coverage. It doesn't look healthy. You know, mineral powder is generally supposed to make your skin look healthy, still look like skin, but just better. But the Nude by Nature mineral powder does not. I don't know whether you can buy this outside of Australia, but it's just not the best. If you are thinking about getting it, I would reconsider it, especially if you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, it might be great, but it made my skin look really cakey, and it's just not really a very good product. I'll go on to my next mineral powder actually. This is the Natio Mineral Pressed Powder, if you can see that there. It's just basically, once again, a mineral pressed powder this time. Once again, it made my skin look quite cakey. It's not a very like good consistency mineral foundation. I use the one from Maybelline right now, which is perfect. It doesn't make my skin look cakey. It just basically blends straight into my skin. Gives a really nice finish. This is just drying to my skin. Yeah, it makes it look cakey. Doesn't look nice, and just pretty crap. So yeah, that's the Natio Mineral Pressed Powder. I'm sorry if I'm not like saying too much stuff about it, but just generally it makes my skin dry and cakey, and obviously that's something that I don't want, so that's that. And then another product is from Physicians Formula. Now, I love Physicians Formula products, except for this one. This is the multicolored custom bronzer, and it just basically looks like this. It comes with a mirror, which most Physicians Formula products do. Just hold up like that. It's just pretty much a multicolored mosaic bronzer. I got this in kind of, to compare it to the matte bronzer from Physicians Formula, which I love. Only thing I don't like about this is the pigmentation. There is nothing there. I swatched it like 3 times, as you can see. It was on this finger. You can see the slightest bit of colour, and that is it. Put on my hand, there's nothing there. This is just basically a non-existent product to me. I put it on my skin. I guess it could be used as a powder if you want a really, really light powder that gives you the slightest bit of colour. But as for a bronzer, it just doesn't show up, and I really, really hate products that are that unpigmented that it doesn't even show up on your skin. I've not even hit a pan, as you can see, and it just is just unpigmented. Even when I got this the first time, it didn't have any colour to it at all. So yeah, that's pretty crap. Next off is a Bourjois Highlighter. This is the same as the chocolate bronzer, as you can see, and it's just basically the highlighter form. 2 reasons why I don't like this. The first one, the colour is really, really nice. It's like a really nice champagne-y colour. Basically, not really that pigmented. It was swatched on this finger, as you can see, a little bit of highlight, but once again, doesn't really come out very much. You have to really put your brush into this to get any colour. And another reason I don't like it is because it's very powdery. It's very chalky. It looks really dry and cakey on your face, even though it is a highlighter. It's just really, really chalky. I don't know if you can see on the camera, you probably can't, but it's just a really, really chalky product, and yeah, I just don't like it. Next off are 2 MAC products actually. These are 2 MAC blushes. The first one is in Margin. Now, I'm not necessarily saying this one is one that I really dislike, but all of the MAC blushes that I've purchased, I dislike. I dislike this one. I dislike Peach Twist. It's way too shimmery and dark for me personally. I dislike Trace Gold because it's way too shimmery and way too orange on my skin. And then I also have Plum Foolery, which I don't use very often, but I'm just not a humongous fan of the colours that I picked up. I think I might try this one again, just to kind of see, because I am a bit more tanned and I think it might look a lot better. But it's just basically a really, really corally peach colour. It is quite shimmery. I just haven't had the best of luck with the MAC blushes that I've chosen, so that's why I wanted to include it in the video. But to go on to a blush that I just generally really like, apart from the formula, this is the MAC Well Dressed blush. It's a satin blush, and I know a lot of people on YouTube absolutely love this. It's a really, really gorgeous light baby pink colour, but the thing that I don't like about it is the pigmentation. There it is there. It's quite a shimmery, well, not really shimmery, it's a satin, but it just doesn't really come up. Like, I need to really put my brush into this product to get any product out, and for a blush that's like $48, I don't want to have to like be swirling it around all the time. I don't really care if it's meant to be sheer. It's just the pigmentation of this is nothing. Like, it really is nothing. It comes off a tiny little bit, but most of the time it's really, really unpigmented. So I'm not a huge fan of this for the price. Thought it was going to be way more pigmented than that, but it definitely isn't. Okay, so next moving on to eye products. The first one is the Natio Colourful Smoky Eyes Midnight Sky Quad, and this is basically what it looks like. It's just a quad that has these 4 colours in it, like a champagne-y, vanilla-y colour, lilac, mauve, and a black. Main reason I don't like this is because of the pigmentation. Once again, it's barely anything. As you can see, it's really, really chalky. When I wear eyeshadow, I like it to be pretty pigmented, I guess, so I don't have to sort of keep applying layers. And once again, as I said, it's quite a powdery eyeshadow, which in my opinion, I hate powdery eyeshadows. I just think that they look absolutely horrible. So yeah, the quality of this isn't terrific. It wasn't overly expensive, but it wasn't the cheapest either, so wouldn't recommend this if you're thinking about getting it. Another eye product that I have is the Essence I Love Stage Eyeshadow Base. If anyone can recommend me a really, really good primer for eyeshadow, please let me know. I don't really have oily lids, but I just don't find that I can just wear eyeshadow without a primer. This one just doesn't work for me. It doesn't stay on. It doesn't make the eyeshadow stay on any longer than what they probably would with a really, really good eye primer. It makes them crease. It just doesn't make the eyeshadows last. It doesn't really do a lot of anything. It's pretty much just like a cream that you put on your eyes for absolutely no reason. So yeah, not a huge fan of this. It was really cheap, but Essence products are really great in my opinion. I mentioned that before in another video. Just this one is not good at all. It doesn't keep your eyeshadows on at all. My last eye product, I think, is the MAC Rubenesque Paintpot. Another MAC product. This is MAC's Rubenesque Paintpot. It's pretty much just a really, really nice peachy gold colour. The reason I didn't like this, didn't really get a lot of use out of it, it dried out super, super quickly and once again creased. I would wear this by itself and literally an hour later it would be gone off my eyes. I understand that you can wear eyeshadows over this. They're maybe even, you know, meant to be worn underneath eyeshadow, but I think with cream eyeshadows you should be able to wear them by themselves, and this one just did not stay on my eye whatsoever. And as I said, I don't really suffer from oily eyelids or anything like that. It just didn't have very good lasting power. Dried out really, really quickly, as you can see, and just, yeah, not a humongous fan of this. So, and I have other like cream eyeshadows that I've had for ages and they haven't dried out, so this was definitely quite an expensive product and not the best of quality, I don't believe. Once again, I know it's quite a popular product, but I just didn't like it. Now on to lip products. I have quite a few lip products. The first one is this Rimmel London Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses Lip Tint and Balm. This is in the shade 110 Stay Very Berry, and it's basically, I'm not going to do swatches because I don't want it all over my hand at the moment, but it's basically just like a really, really dark berry pink. Really like the balm. It's really moisturising, but this just doesn't stay on. It's supposed to be long wearing, but it just doesn't. It comes off really quickly. Yeah, I know some people were sort of saying that it could be comparable to the Revlon just bit lip stains, but it really, really doesn't stay on. I've never had any of those Revlon lip stains before, but yeah, I wouldn't buy them if it was comparable to this because it just isn't very long lasting at all. Another two Rimmel lipsticks. These are from the Lasting Finish collection. The only reason that I dislike both of these is because they are frosty. This one is in Dreamer in the shade 005. Really, really nice pink, but just really frosty, and yeah, don't really know why I bought those because they are pretty frosty. This one's in 210 Coral in Gold, and it's just a really, really nice coral colour, but once again, super, super frosty. I don't have a problem with Rimmel lipsticks in general, just these two are frosty and I hate that, so that's that. This one is from the Moisture Renew collection. This is from Rimmel as well. Love the packaging. This one's in 700 Nude Delight. Now, Nude Delight is basically just a nude lipstick. It looks like Soft Nude from Revlon, except I think it's a bit darker. This nude lipstick doesn't look good on me when I'm pale. It doesn't look good on me when I'm tanned. It's just orange in my opinion. I hate orangey nudes. I absolutely hate them. It's one of the reasons why Creme de Nude from MAC is one of my favourite lipsticks, or my favourite lipstick of all time, because it's such a true nude colour. This is just orangey. I really, really dislike it. It doesn't look bad when you look at it, but it is really, really orangey. I wouldn't even say it's beigey. It just has this orange tinge to it. So, not a fan of this one. Another one I'm not a fan of. I haven't used this while I'm more tan, so I might try it and maybe it'll be in a favourites video. I don't know, but it's MAC's Shy Girl lipstick, and this is a cream sheen. I normally really like cream sheens. I do, but the colour is just like basically a nude sort of beigey colour. On me, this is just orange. Like, it doesn't look that amazing. On my lips, I know some people who are more tanned or darker use this and it's a perfect nude, but for me, it just looks orange once again. Same as the Rimmel one. It's a tiny bit peachier in my opinion, which makes it a little bit better, but I just don't like it. As I said, I'm going to try wearing it while I'm tan just to see if it does anything better for my appearance, but not a huge fan of this, so yeah. Last lip product which I don't like. This is kind of a bummer because I was really excited about this one, but it's the NYX Black Label lipstick in India, is it? Yes, India 109. This is just pretty much a nude kind of peachy pink colour. Smells amazing, it smells like sweets, but this just washes out my lips completely. I have to add a lipstick on top of this, and I hate doing that, I really do. I like just wearing lipsticks by themselves or with a gloss over it. This just completely eliminates my lips. I think I would maybe suit this a little bit more if I was paler, because I think the peachy kind of coral colour would come out a bit. But with my skin tone right now, this just makes my lips look completely washed out and I just can't wear it. It's way too hard for me to wear. The quality and the formula of this is amazing. It's super creamy. if you're thinking about buying any of the NYX Black Label stuff, definitely go ahead and do it, but just make sure that it's actually going to suit your skin tone. I have two brushes. The first one which I want to include is the Artiste Manicure Professional Contour Blush Brush. I don't really know why this is called a blush brush. I guess you could use it for blush, I don't really know. This I actually bought, I'm pretty sure, for foundation, and it just sheds everywhere. I'm surprised that I haven't even picked up a hair of this just doing this, but it sheds everywhere. The entire collection of these brushes shed. If you're from Australia, you're probably aware of the brand, the Artiste. I don't know if you can see that there. Artiste by Manicure. They look really professional. The stand that they're on looks really professional, but they shed everywhere, and they're quite expensive brushes. So yeah, definitely wouldn't recommend these if you're in Australia and you've seen these brushes before, you're thinking about getting them. They just shed. They're terrible quality, and they don't even shed after you have washed them or anything like that. It's just first go. And the last brush that I dislike is a Real Techniques one. I love Real Techniques. It's one of my favourite brush lines, but this one is not the best. I'm not saying it's a terrible brush, but I just don't like it. It's the blush brush, and I actually did buy this for blush, but there is no way that I'm applying blush with this. I guess you could apply powder or bronzer. That would be fine. I have other brushes that I prefer to do that with, but for blush, this is not the best one. It's really, really soft, which is terrific, but it means that when I apply blush, I don't feel like I have any control over it, over how much goes on. If it's a really pigmented one, it goes everywhere, and I just can't really blend it out with this one because it's so soft and it doesn't really blend amazingly. So, love Real Techniques brushes, but this one, for what it's supposed to do, is not the best. So that's pretty much it for my products that I dislike video. I really apologise if I kept playing with my hair. I have my fringe on another side, so I'm trying to work with it. But anyways, I just thought I'd film that video for you guys. If you're thinking about getting any of those products, you maybe want to, keep in mind what I said about them. But if you have any products that you dislike, leave them down in the down bar, so in case I go to buy them, I'll know maybe not to. Don't forget to follow me on my blog and my Twitter. All the links would be down below. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video for more videos to come. So yeah, and I just wanted to have a quick message that I actually just recently reached 50 subscribers. That is a humongous deal for me. I know that's not maybe a lot to plenty of people out there who have 200,000 over or whatever, but I'm really proud of 50 subscribers. I really am. I was so excited. So thank you all for subscribing to me, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.